Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 90th minute. We are your hosts. We got Maddie, Lucas, Greg, Woz, myself, Liam. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on social medias. Links are in the description. Hit like on this video. Comment down below. Get involved with tonight's conversations.
Premier League is back.
Premier League is back.
Let's go.
Welcome
I'm
back
sorry.
to the greatest league on earth. Welcome back to...
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
Greg's a Fulham fan. We might as well start with Fulham because they were the first game.
Yeah.
We'll quickly get that over with.
Rough.
And then we'll get into the bigger.
Fucking loser.
You want to hold on for this segment?
Hello,
Fine.
darkness,
Yes,
my
I
old
will.
friend.
What happened?
Fulham's
Greg?
back and it's just as shit as last time.
Honestly.
I think you guys could do with signing Jimmy Bullard, to be fair.
Give us your thoughts. You've been making good signings. What happened?
Well, none of the new signings played.
That is a shame.
We played almost the exact same squad as the championship final.
That is true.
Thank you, Liam. Appreciate that. No, we played good for 10 minutes, and then Arsenal started playing good. We honestly probably should have scored 10 minutes in, and we didn't, and it went terrible from there.
Let's be honest, Arsenal's kind of red hot right now.
Well, I mean, yes, but also Fulham is a worse team than Arsenal. Arsenal is expected to win the match.
Did I want to win?
Maddie,
Yes.
did you know
I expect to
Arsenal's
win?
better
No.
than Fulham?
Really?
I don't know. Lucas said that. I was kind of...
Well, after that game,
that
there was a few Arsenal supporters.
But
that
they
think-
had that 95 card. I thought they were good. Wow, that's weird.
Well, there was a few Arsenal supporters after that. I think jokingly they were like, "We're gonna win the league." I'm like,
Yeah, it's Fulham. Sorry.
It's a long year.
We're not going to beat those kind of teams. You only need to win, what, how many games to stay in the Prem? Like 9 or 10?
40 points because the magic number usually.
Yeah, not that many. So,
I mean, let's
are
be
you going to
honest.
beat Arsenal? Are you going to beat the top 6? Not
Let's-
really.
Are you going to
usually.
beat anyone
We
this
were-
year? Are you going to be like Derby 2.0?
I mean, West
We're
Brom lost
not
3-0 as well.
Derby 2.0.
We're not
they
gonna
lost in
spend-
Leicester.
Oh my goodness. We're not going to spend that much time on this game because there was a 4-3 game that we have to get on to.
Yeah, well, we're
But
good.
ultimately, Fulham's going down. I'm sorry.
I mean, don't know yet. It's been only one game.
One game out of 38.
And they played Arsenal.
it hasn't been pretty. Though.
Everyone's just saying Fulham's going down after that match. So
I was saying it before.
I mean,
the game
everyone,
even started.
everyone thinks, yeah, but let's just like, yeah, what happened, Greg?
We didn't play any of our new players because they haven't gone to the system yet, and just a few. We need a couple more signings. Our center backs are fucking
Definitely. If you
awful,
don't make any more signs, you will get relegated.
and we need a striker to play. Mitrovic also didn't play.
well, one thing I want to say from the match, what I noticed, you guys were forced out wide so much of the first half and really weren't able to create anything. And then once you brought in Mitrovic and Anguissa, you guys were actually able to pass to the middle because Kearney was pushed forward up the field.
You talked about your signings not playing. A signing that did play was Willian. He had 2 assists.
And Gabriel Magalhaes.
I like that front three. I gotta be
was-
honest.
It was very good.
It was very, very good.
I'm a fan of Willian.
Aubameyang's goal was like the one he scored against Liverpool.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like Aubameyang actually wasn't even like he's involved, but he wasn't like that involved in that
just
game.
the
It was
finisher.
honestly more Willian.
She's the finisher.
Miliana.
Well, that goal was
It was good.
fantastic.
Pretty good
honestly.
debut.
I can't even say anything about that. But you guys ready to go on to the next game? Honestly, 'Cause
I'm
We
sorry.
it's
have to
depressing
go.
kind of talking about it.
Well, let's talk about the promoted sides because they were pretty involved this week. Leeds versus
Yeah.
Liverpool game
Yeah,
of
so
The season? The season?
I wouldn't say
Game of the season.
Yeah, so far,
Week one.
So far, it's been game of the season.
Yeah.
Premier League Classic.
Again, I said it before, man. I'm not sure if like they're good or Liverpool just can't defend.
I think there's a lot of people are wondering right now.
I mean, I think
If
Leeds
you
are-
are new to the 90th minute,
Like-
like I said, Greg's a Fulham fan. Lucas, Liverpool fan. So I guess he can take it away.
Yeah, you have the floor.
I mean, I'd say Leeds are a good team, at least the style of
You
play.
could also say you guys got fucking
I mean, we made some pretty bad mistakes. But, like,
three of them.
I'd say the third goal was actually well done by Leeds on how they play because they just push so many players forward
Yeah.
compared to most teams where it's like some teams aren't going to see that coming and they're going to concede goals like that.
That pass by Helder Costa was so nice, honestly. for
He
that
was
third
very
goal.
good. Yeah.
Great name also.
Yeah, it was very back and forth, really. Like both teams were quite open and
I just had a completely different player in my mind when you said Helder Costa. What was that guy who played for Porto back in the day? What the fuck that guy's name? Helder Postiga or some shit?
He's a little bit out of it today.
I'm fucking tired.
He's tired.
We
He's
all
not
are.
drinking, but he's just tired.
So Matt, just quickly though, to answer your question though, if Leeds was good or Liverpool's bad, Fulham play Leeds in the next match. So
you guys are gonna lose that
that'll determine that question.
You guys are probably going to lose that game.
watch
No,
Fulham
I-
win it. Actually,
Yeah.
I think to answer that question, you know, to break it down more of I think both teams, their systems that they played almost played into each other's systems in a sense. They're both pressing. They're both more open.
Yeah.
Both teams are, in a sense, already conceding a goal or two because they'll score 3. But
You knew Bielsa wasn't gonna just not change his tactics. Like you knew he was gonna come out and press.
Why did everyone on that team have a man bun?
Honestly, I noticed that too. Yeah. I'm like, this is so weird.
Did they not realize that shit isn't cool?
Unfortunate start for life for Rodrigo at Leeds. Just giving up a penalty. Like, I'm like, I looked at him like, the striker's giving up a penalty?
And coach.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Start
honestly,
off
that was
with,
a bad handball.
with the handball, and Mohamed Salah scored his first of the night.
He was
ultimately
really
does
good
score
that
3.
Yeah, honestly, he was fantastic.
That was
Great goal.
one of his best games I've seen him play.
Great goal.
Honestly, not
In a-
just the
in a
goals he
while.
scored, but
In a
like
while.
things. He was
Everything
like
he
not
did.
making people for fun.
Off the ball,
A lot of people, tend to say, "Oh, Mohamed Salah's overrated." I'm like, nah, son.
Fullbacks for Liverpool.
I mean,
I think they were a bit shocking.
I thought Robertson was fine, but
No,
Trent.
keep Trent.
Trent
yeah.
seemed off.
Yeah, Trent.
No,
yeah, definitely seemed off.
we all know who was. Van Dijk was pretty.
The entire back line.
Yeah.
That was,
I was starting
That
with
was
the
one of
fullbacks.
Van Dijk's worst performances. That's which he hasn't had many.
He scored though.
That's true, actually.
He should have had 2.
I know.
He
Agreed.
should've.
It pissed me off. I had him in my fantasy team. Mickey Mouse.
Ultimately,
What a fucking weirdo.
The reason I brought fullbacks was, are we seeing this is the product of lack of competition within the team?
No.
Because there's nobody taking Trent's spot if he's healthy.
No, there's
Andrew Robertson's not getting pushed out by the Greek. I'm sorry.
I mean, they got
Van Dijk's not losing his place to fucking Joel Matip.
Have you watched this Greek player much?
No.
Apparently
How do you
he's supposed
know
to be
he's not
good.
that
Because
good?
he's not. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying he's not losing.
Apparently
his
he's supposed
starting
to be
spot.
really
But
good.
what I've heard, he's got an Alberto Moreno-esque mistake in him.
Never mind, he's shit.
But like we got Nico
second I hear
Williams
that
as our
guy's
backup
name.
right back, who is getting better and better. He's still very young and could provide. Obviously, he's not as good as Trent, but there is competition there. Like
His name is
I
spelled
don't know
weird.
if there is.
I mean, what clubs have, other than Manchester City, have huge backup fullbacks that can potentially be their first team player instead?
They have left back.
I mean, we play.
I'd say Brandon Williams isn't good enough
I wouldn't
at
say
this point of time.
Same, but if we get Reguilon, I'm happy.
I mean, if you count Nelson Semedo and Sergio Roberto, we technically only have one right back.
Honestly, Barcelona.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you
Which
even
one?
said one.
No, all both of
0.7.
them together. You know, we should be allowed to play with both of them on that flank. That's all I'm
But I
trying
don't
to
know.
say.
I've heard a couple people talking about the lack of competition in your back line and how it might lead to some complacency.
I think the only lack of competition, well, maybe Robertson for this season because the Greek guy is new, but and also
Greek guys.
Come on,
I think it's
Simikas.
Shimiskas or something like that.
we're not Greek. I apologize.
Greek
Even the
guy.
commentators weren't saying his name.
I'm not even gonna try.
I mean, out of all the Greek names I've seen before, this one's pretty elementary. You know, it's not like Kostas Papadopoulos or some shit like that.
And also Van Dijk's like the only guy that is gonna have any competition because
Yeah,
he's the best, one of the best center backs in the world.
100%. That's what I'm saying. They're not bad. They're not like they're having a bad.
it was like
Players.
I just found it like Van Dijk gave up 2 defensive errors this game. And it's like the most he's ever conceded. Like when he, I can't talk right now.
Hey,
But
best.
Yeah.
We know what you mean.
Even Lionel Messi has one bad game in a while.
that's true.
It's
But is it because he doesn't give a fuck or what?
I
No,
mean-
he's had more defensive errors in his last 4 games with Liverpool than he has like his entire
yeah for
career.
Van Dijk maybe it's just being a bit too complacent and needs to focus up again.
They just came back from Nations League though, and
Yeah.
international duty. Is
Speak-
it just not enough training and everything? So
While Mo Salah didn't, and he scored hat trick. So
You
there's
chose Mo Salah for Golden Boot.
yeah,
Are you confident?
I'm liking what I'm seeing right now.
Mo Salah Golden Boot. Naby Keita.
Yeah,
Good enough to start.
I think I enjoyed what he did, and he didn't do as much as I would hope, but
Liverpool
I saw
fans
some
on Twitter
promising
say
signs.
no.
Well, some
I'll
people,
take him.
people can have their opinion, but
I'll
you
take anyone.
if you're expecting Naby Keita to be like a 10 goal, 10 assist type player, that's not who he is. That's kind of not many midfielders are like that.
Question. So after this performance, many people think you're done when it comes to the title. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's a little premature, I would say.
I would agree. anyone who
Like
says
obviously,
that-
obviously there's some concerns, and I think Klopp is a good enough manager to figure that out. It's not
He's
like
gotta
we
just
lost
steady-
the first match of the
Just
season.
steady the ship a little bit.
It's
how I see it is, I think Liverpool did very good to come away with a win there. In all honesty, because
What do you mean they got bailed out by a
Leeds-
pen?
But what I'm saying is
couple
it's good that they beat Leeds, because
Liverpool.
beating Leeds there is not easy.
It's about finding like Liverpool and Klopp. This team is known about getting 500 different ways to win games, and that's
One of those ways is not Firmino scoring.
Let's talk about Leeds. Some of their players that looked pretty good. Bamford.
I thoroughly enjoyed Leeds.
Bamford before that goal didn't look that good.
Dude, that guy did not look that
Callum
great.
Phillips just
Is it
playing
Is
was
it
That guy's so
Harrison?
good.
Harrison?
Harrison scored the first goal.
That guy's also
Jack
sick.
Harrison's
His hair
really
And
kind of pisses me off, though.
Lucas, our boy, Mateusz Klisch.
Cleach.
That's how you
No, I
pronounce
think
it,
it's
right?
Cleach.
They were saying
Might-
Klisch to commentators. I'm
Come
like,
on,
I think
Cleach?
I think it's like Cleach.
Camille Gleek.
but he was very good. I got him in my fantasy team already. I took out Saka because Saka didn't play, and I put him in Mateusz Klisch.
There you go. There's a
Interesting.
fucking plan.
The two lead center backs have not. That's the first time they played together.
Yeah.
Like they,
Okay.
because
Loving Greg's championship
Yeah.
insight here.
It's fantastic.
okay then.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just.
but Leeds were good. They were. I mean, to go.
I didn't really have much else to say.
But yeah, I think Leeds definitely deserved with the performance they had, something maybe out of that game. But also, Liverpool were creating more and more, pushing them forward. But Leeds, I think.
Other teams are gonna fear them. They're not gonna just come in and say it's a championship squad.
Yeah, if
definitely
you underestimate this team, you're gonna get smashed.
I think the team is a bit less of a backbone and a bit less of like a game winner attitude. Leeds will beat them in that circumstance. I'm looking at you, Arsenal. I'm looking at you.
I think
Arsenal's pretty good right now.
I don't think you should talk
shit.
shit about Arsenal, bro.
Yeah,
You-
Spurs.
Let's talk about Arsenal over the past like
They are pretty good.
5 seasons. Yes, I know it was a new team under
New manager.
and everything, Arteta. But you know that's a team that has
You know, like an actual good manager.
games that you know when things are a bit tight.
I
a little bit, a
would
little bit
disagree
tough.
with you.
You see, over the past 5 years, when
That's
Arsenal,
5 years. So much can happen in 5 years. 5 years. His club was still crap. They just
5
won the league.
5 years, my team was decent.
5 years ago, my team was
Won the
still like
Champions League.
kind of garbage.
team is
We're
still
okay
garbage.
now.
We're still garbage.
One thing this game was missing is the fans.
It was.
I want to say that the fans are that.
It would have been
insane.
fantastic. Yeah. I'm waiting for the first L in a row. to be
But
full.
I will be honest, Michael Oliver once again pissed me off that game. He's like my least favorite.
What did he do that pissed you off?
I just in general he seemed like a twat. Twat. There you go. You can bleep that out, but I don't like him.
I mean,
I don't like his
what's there to bleep
face.
out?
I don't like the way he officiates. I prefer Martin Atkinson.
I honestly don't give a shit.
Quickly, Crystal Palace, they did beat
Prem Rest
Southampton
pissed me
1-0. Zaha scored.
Impressive
Yeah.
counterattack by Crystal Palace. Southampton didn't capitalize the few chances they got.
I didn't watch that
This
game.
is one thing though. I don't think anyone expected Crystal Palace to beat Southampton.
Yeah.
Not many people did, at least.
No.
Honestly, no, but it's a 1-0 victory, so it's
I think there's still some weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like I think their goalkeeper did bail them out a little, but obviously winning on the first day of the season. That's going to be a great boost for your season and might help them avoid relegation and even maybe finish further up the table.
Not in relegation, like I said.
Gucci Headband FC won.
Gucci Headband FC, Newcastle. Oh boy, do I like Newcastle right
I
now.
mean,
I'm vibing
but
with the tune.
He didn't score or assist. So
It's
what's
still
your
his
point?
club.
Gucci, no, it's Callum Wilson's club.
No, it's
Come on.
Gucci
Andy
Headband
fucking
FC.
Carroll's club.
That's true. That's true.
Andy fucking
It's
Carroll's
Steve
back, baby.
Bruce.
Or the John Shelby's.
Listen.
You mean Voldemort?
I love this Newcastle team.
I was enjoying it. It was a
They
vibe
were
watching that.
very good.
They have players that just really they're not great, but they're there.
I
They're
mean, Jeff
working.
Hendrick's a baller.
Andy Carroll had a
Jeff
hell of a
Hendrick's
game.
not a baller.
He is.
He's the English Ronaldinho.
You see his goal?
It was a great goal.
Yeah, I was saying he's underrated.
Any team that John Joe Shelby starts on, probably not a great team, but
He's
fuck
gotten
do I
so
love
much.
the guy.
He's gotten so much better under Steve Bruce. Honestly, though, the past
Steve
two
Bruce
seasons,
Mark
deserves
Noble
a
was
lot of
great.
praise,
Yeah.
actually.
Mark Noble's great.
Andy Carroll was fantastic.
Well, the front two between Andy Carroll and Callum Wilson.
Great
Yeah.
looking player.
That seems like
I
a
like
good
it.
partnership.
Wait till Fraser comes in.
Yeah,
That's
off the
true.
wing, yeah.
There's a lot.
That's a good team. Frazier and Gucci Headband on the
Hopefully they
wings.
stay consistent.
That's a
But
team.
And also, like
Gucci fucking Headband.
Gucci
this
fucking
guy, I know this guy
Headband.
needs sometimes to just shut
in
up.
2018, 2019, Fraser and Wilson's goal
Yeah,
involvements
yeah.
were like the second best in Premier League history.
Who
for
gives a
season.
shit about those players, man? It's all about Gucci fucking.
I do.
I do.
I'm a big fan of Callum
Same.
Wilson.
I
Callum
don't.
Wilson
St. Max
scored.
speed.
He likes Wilson.
Yeah, and
I
you
like
sold
Hendrick.
them on your career mode.
I like Andy Carroll.
Gucci Headband FC.
The Irish Ronaldinho and Jeff Hendricks.
Oh right. Why did I say English Ronaldinho? Because I'm probably.
He is, yeah.
You're an idiot.
West-
You're an
West
American
Ham?
idiot.
West Ham were
Shit.
awful.
Wow.
David Moyes.
Who knew?
Shit.
Well, they had good possession, and that's about it.
That's cute.
That's about
We
it.
had nothing
I-
with it.
Like when they brought on Yarmolenko, I feel like he was the only one trying to do something.
not wrong.
Everyone else was just standing there. I was like,
Yeah.
are they even trying anymore?
That's not it's not an inspiring starting 11, is it?
And then there's constant rumors of Declan Rice leaving. That's not going to help them.
Yeah.
Well, when you think of their star players, it's like Aller, Felipe Anderson, and they're just on the bench.
Yeah. And
right?
Mikel
So-
Antonio up front.
He's been fantastic, so you can't
The
get rid of
B-Tech
him.
Adama
but-
Traore, because he's another big man, but he's not as big. But
He's not nearly
he's
as
nowhere
good as
near as
Dominic.
big.
I think apparently Felipe Anderson, West Ham fans don't really like him anymore because he doesn't have enough good games during the season.
West Ham fans like nothing to do with West Ham. They hate that entire club.
Dude,
at the
imagine
bottom.
just hating your best player.
Well,
Or one
if your
out.
best player isn't performing, you're obviously not going to be enjoying him too much.
I mean, it's better than not having him fucking getting relegated. You know? Which is going
But
to
it's-
happen.
It's not just that. It's just a frustration where the club is selling youth players that could be playing for the club, but now are playing for other clubs.
You know who played? Thomas Suchek.
Okay.
He was not mistreated by the English media and the English referee.
Well, this isn't FIFA career mode. Okay, we're realistic here. Let's move on to West Brom Leicester, where West Brom got a little bit dismantled by
Yep.
Mr. Jamie Vardy. Although he scored 2 penalties, but
Championship expert Greg, are you surprised by this?
No.
Well, I mean, it was 0-0. Leicester were pretty bad in the first half, honestly. They just weren't creating it much.
Leicester of just last season.
Yeah, but then they really picked it up in the second half, gotta say.
Yeah. Jaime
My man.
Vardy came on and scored some
can
goals.
you call him Jaime Vardy?
He calls him Jaime. Jaime.
Look, I understand that he was Budweiser King of the Match. We don't have to call him that.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what they call it, the Budweiser King of the
West
Match.
Brom. I mean, it's 3 for 3 for the promoted teams getting losses.
Yeah.
West Brom. Are we gonna say they were worse than Fulham or?
Well, who's better, Arsenal or Leicester?
They're equally shite.
They're equally shite. I think Arsenal, Leicester are a toss-up of who's better.
When I look at like so many other people's like Premier League predictions, one has Fulham in 19th, one has West Brom in 20th, the other one
Yeah.
has the opposite, and it's just so funny seeing that. It's like
They're both bad.
they're fighting for bottom.
Yeah, they're fucked.
You guys concerned? Very concerned?
West Brom played a 5-4-1 and they conceded 3.
Were 2 penalties?
Yeah, they were.
They
yeah.
were.
two penalties.
But
Jamie Vardy's
it's a 5.
penalties.
It's a 5-4-1, Lucas.
Jamie Vardy looked like he got injured pretty badly, honestly, and it was kind of scary. What do you mean, oh really?
I didn't get to see this match.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But, yes.
And let's
Well,
finish it
then,
off.
like James Madison wasn't
Quick
even
question.
playing, so
Is it possible for you to like edit the George Takei voice onto me for like the remainder of this episode?
Not during the podcast, no.
Fuck, man. That's so lame.
We have to talk about the greatest striker in the Premier League, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
It was a good header.
I mean, yeah, it was a good header.
Big goal for the
Yeah.
Toffees as they
he wasn't man
down
of the
Tottenham
match.
Hotspur.
He wasn't
But
man
he
of
was
the match.
playing Tottenham though. Like how difficult is
You
that really?
weren't wrong about Tottenham in your predictions. They were very
They
boring.
were
this
a
game.
When am I
little
ever wrong?
shite.
mean, you've
Sometimes.
had-
Never.
Van Dijk, remember that?
Barcelona.
when you talk about like
That was me just being nice. Okay, fuck off.
this game, like in terms of your standings, though, is massive.
Yeah.
This is like
Just
what
eighth.
8th and
This
9th
game
going at
almost
it
put
for
me
you.
to sleep. This game
I was enjoying it.
No,
I only watched the first half.
Oh, yeah,
Then
okay.
I had- then I had to
no,
go
the
to work.
second half was
second
a lot
half was
better.
yeah.
I haven't seen the second half yet, but no, the first half I was like, oh my Christ, I want to just put a nail in my eye.
Richarlison should have had a hat
Oh,
trick.
I got angry at Richarlison.
Oh, yeah, he had a lot of chances, yeah.
He should have
No,
had a
he
hat
went
trick.
around the goalkeeper. All he had to do was square it to bloody James Rodriguez in the middle, and
That was Dominic.
Dominic.
Who's
and
James Rodriguez?
the big Colombian superstar.
Please call him
no,
James,
that's
man.
Oh wait,
You
there's
make us
a J
look bad.
Rodriguez in
Yeah.
the championship. Or
Remember that guy was supposed to be good?
Still, but
Mao.
come on, man. Make us look bad.
but imagine adding
Come on, man, you
quality
made us look
players
bad.
into your
Come on,
midfield
man.
and improving your team.
The corner
Wow.
was great.
Honestly, the midfield was great.
Allen.
Andre Gomez, very good as
Corey
well.
can run.
I'm
That
I'm
man
more
can move.
I'm more specific specific
He's like a
with
6'2" black guy. Of course,
He's a
he can
big
move.
man.
Like,
He can
Jesus
move,
Christ.
bro.
I'm being more specific to Alan and James Rodriguez.
They were very good.
Yeah.
James Rodriguez is a type of midfielder Everton probably haven't had at the club ever.
You know
Yeah,
what
he's
I
like
love
an
to see?
upgraded
You know what I love-
Gylfi Sigurdsson.
I think this is the
Yeah,
season.
way better.
when they brought on Sigurdsson, I was just like, oh my god,
the
he's
season,
on.
This is the season Everton beats Liverpool.
I mean, it could. They actually have a good
I hope
midfield
so.
for
You
once.
deserve a loss from them. The way you've treated that club in the past, especially you, the way you disrespect them is disgusting. Okay,
I
but
thought he was pointing to me.
No, no, you-
What did I do?
Was
I
that
mean-
weird?
I mean, when your goalkeeper punches the ball when it's going out of the play and punches it in play,
Jordan Pickford is. I
mean, he
had, like,
I can't stand him.
3
Like,
clean sheets in his past 3 matches now.
but this is new season, so it's just one.
but
I was talking about the
he's talking about
international
the past,
duty.
He's talking about the past 365 days. not
Wait,
the calendar
Everton
year.
were very enjoyable to watch.
They were good.
Yeah.
They were really good.
James was pulling strings.
Again,
Like-
is it because they're good or
They got
Tottenham's
some better
bad?
players.
Well, Tottenham.
Let's talk about Tottenham.
They were
Very
shite.
stale, I would
Shite.
say.
Hugman's son needs to leave. I love him way too much to see him play with
that
that team.
front four on paper.
Harry
is so
Kane
good.
was playing. I didn't know where he was.
On paper, that front four is so good, and nothing happens. Jose,
Maybe
what the
Harry
hell's going
Kane's
on?
being the lazy one, not Deli Ali. Or maybe
Dele
both.
Alli is.
Maybe
Just,
both.
he got subbed
Yeah.
off at halftime. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know how that went in the fucking dressing room. You're lazy. It's Dele Ali.
But the thing is, like, they
I
brought
got,
on.
I got ripped in the comments for pronouncing his name. It's like whatever, man.
They brought on. They,
How'd you pronounce
they brought
it?
on Bergwijn.
Probably like Dele Ali, not Dele. I think so. That's how anal have been.
What?
I hate when people say anal because it just he's so easily
Sorry, we don't
misconstrued.
have an English accent.
Let me get this back on track here.
I thought Bergwijn was going to change the game. And Belly actually played well.
Did he?
He's trying to find his game. It's good.
Barca's
So
just
what went
signed him.
wrong for Spurs?
They just
Barca should sign a lot of
were
players.
very stale going
They were
forward.
broke.
Didn't have any
They cr-
drive.
Didn't create many
have any-
chances. Yeah, it was typical Jose Mourinho.
Unfortunately, and I gave Jose Mourinho the X factor.
I thought
And,
the aggression was lacking. The passion wasn't there. So Waz.
Give Lucas the conch. He wants to speak.
Waz, I want your perspective on something. What? So you have very good experience with Jose Mourinho. Yeah. Do you,
Very good.
can you
is
give any
an
words of
exaggeration.
optimism for Spurs fans, or no? There was no optimism. The club got worse with him.
That's debatable. They were 12th when he took over, and he got them at least to a reasonable finishing
United.
position.
Yeah, we got the
That's
second,
Spurs.
but yeah, Spurs. I mean, he salvaged something.
I'm talking about the outlook this season. Are you worried for them with your
I mean,
experience with Jose
tell me right
Mourinho?
now,
Yes
he's
and
getting fucking
no. I mean,
This is second season Jose. You know
All
how
I'm
second
saying-
He's
season
his
Jose is.
third season, Jose.
it's
Second
likely
season's
not
pretty
going to
decent,
be
Jose.
exciting football, but you might get fourth because he'll somehow pull points out of his ass.
Yeah, he
That's
definitely
what
didn't
I
do that
said.
today.
That's why I chose him to be fourth.
Like I don't know, he's not exciting. He doesn't play exciting football. Like I can't remember the last time I'm like, oh my god, this is so fun to watch.
He used to.
Used to.
Well, I mean, that might be because he had really good players.
Could be.
I mean, Hyman Son's pretty good. Bergwijn's good. Harry Kane.
Well, Jose said that there were some excuses being thrown out, whether they're excuses or not. That with the pandemic, they couldn't train properly. They couldn't do
Oh my
all this.
God.
He said Harry Kane only had one training session in preseason.
Yeah.
And then he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, so
the Premier League schedule is too tough for us.
Yeah, they
It
actually
is
have a bad.
pretty
It's
bad.
like 9 games in
And
22 days.
I mean, Jurgen Klopp also complained about it. He thinks like they should keep the 5 subs because
Yeah.
They're back to 3.
yeah.
yeah.
Why?
It's back to just normal.
With a condensed schedule,
Yeah.
honestly, the 5 wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
Well, but the Premier League kill players and they get injured.
I think La Liga's still using 5, isn't they?
yeah, most leagues are still using
I know
5.
Scotland's using 5 still.
but it's okay.
Speaking of 5,
it's
Celtic
okay.
won 5-0.
I don't care
Wow,
about
you playing the
Celtic.
Scottish League. Good job, man. How you feel? I could probably make one of those teams, bro. How do you feel?
Hey, man,
Doing well.
10 in a row. 10 in a row. We're 10 in a row.
Obviously, dude.
Are you
Getting
saying 10 a row?
10 in a row. I don't
Their
know.
only competition went bankrupt like what 5 years ago when they go bankrupt.
Are you guys still third or second?
I think we're third because we've played
But-
2 less games.
One thing about Spurs, they are trying to sign Alexander Sorloth.
Who cares?
He plays for some Turkish club right now. He's on loan from
Some
Crystal.
Turkish club.
Trabzonspor.
Yeah.
Their president's come out. He said, "Yeah, they're trying to sign us." And in the press conference, Jose's like, "I cannot confirm or deny. The president said this, but I'm not going to say anything."
That means
Typical
he is.
Jose.
That's his job.
Typical Jose is like, "I don't know about this."
I'd laugh if he said, "I don't know who that is."
Yeah, he's like,
Who the fuck?
well, if the president said it, maybe it is happening, but I can't say for sure. I'm like, Jose, shut up! You say you're signing or you're interested.
Can we talk about the games for Monday?
Cool.
So actually,
There are a
like,
couple,
Yes.
yeah.
Sheffield versus Wolves. I think it would be a very good game. Mm-hmm. I'm
Oh,
excited
definitely,
for this
definitely.
game.
First, should we just, of course, the Manchester United, who are they playing?
Burnley.
Game is not until the next week, and then
No, play
The
Crystal.
City,
or
Man
sorry,
City.
it's postponed because
Yes.
of
Was
Was
then
it
Man City
postponed
Villa
because
postponed.
Greenwood had a late night up with some weird
He
models?
did. Yeah.
My guy.
I think
then
Greenwood did
City
what Greenwood
Brighton.
did, but Phil Foden was worse. His girlfriend and son are at home.
He's a son. Good on him.
Good on him.
He should have just.
Yes. Anyways,
Yes.
Sheffield United versus Wolves. I'm excited for this game. I think this could be a very good test to see how Sheffield will do this season.
Yeah, I mean,
Same with Wolves.
Well,
Honestly,
he is.
we expect Wolves to do good, but
Is Adama back or is Adama still
he says he's available on my fantasy
He's
team, so he
MIA?
better be.
okay? Run Adama, run.
But also, I was gonna say, but we have some interesting games next week.
Can we talk about the game that's actually still going on tomorrow?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Brighton versus Chelsea. We get to see
we get to see
the
Chelsea.
new Chelsea pretty much.
Kai.
The entire new starting 11. This team has somehow
Timo.
signed.
I'm excited for this
So
match.
am
See
I.
how it goes.
Timo Werner hat trick. You heard it here first.
I think
Neil
I
Mapai
think
quadruple.
Ziyech
No, I'm just kidding.
Ziyech and Thiago Silva might not play due to fitness, or something like that.
Is
They're
he
playing-
really
What are you
Ziyech?
doing?
They're like
Ziyech has been training with him for a long time.
they're playing Brighton. How much fitness do you really need?
Their best player
Let's
is
put,
Adam
let's put you in.
Lallana.
Let's see how you do.
All right, fuck it. Full send.
Man will take the paycheck.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll take the paycheck. I don't give a shit. If I'm out there for 25 minutes, I'll fucking take the money.
I'll go 1-0 Wolves, 3-1 Chelsea.
Sure.
And then but next week, big game, Chelsea Liverpool.
Oh wow,
It's a great
that's
game.
I hope Chelsea
Sunday.
gives them the
Great
schlong.
game.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hope we get them the
Wolves
schlong.
play Man City as well that next week.
Should be good, yeah.
Not
hopefully.
likely.
Another good game I would like to say
Freaks.
is United Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I think it could be alright.
Expect Jadon Sancho to be in lineup.
Okay.
Leeds
I won't.
Fulham. Leeds Fulham.
Yeah.
Battle of the championship.
There was some BS.
It's not the championship anymore, Liam.
Oh, you're going back.
Did,
down,
did
don't
I
you
mention
worry.
that BS?
Don't
rumor?
get too comfy.
No, you haven't.
We're
I'll be comfy for 37 more games, and then I'll go.
Hey,
be upset
Waz
again.
has the conch.
He was talking to me.
Was speak.
It just there was I can't remember the report, but some guy said that Ole expects Jadon Sancho to be in the starting 11 against Crystal Palace. I'm like,
What reports?
I can't remember. I was trying to look for it. I just,
The man's training with Dortmund right now. They have a Bundesliga season
except
coming
for,
up.
Except for today, he was not in training, and so Mr. Zork, whatever, he wasn't there either. So they're like, oh, is something happening? He wasn't training with the team. Something's happening.
I mean, it could be, or he could just have a knock and needs a break.
And yeah, maybe we'll just go sign Gareth Bale.
That's been the Premier League.
It's wild.
We went through that very quickly.
It's
Actually,
good. It was well
I was
organized.
expecting chaos. And
Well, not every team
pandemonium.
played yet.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't talk too much shit about Liverpool team.
Quickly, I want to talk about something that happened today. Actually, Neymar
in the
sent off.
Yeah.
So did 4 other people in this game.
Breaking news: Neymar signed with Puma.
He did.
Well, PSG just had a rocky start to life so far in Ligue 1.
Yes, they
So
have.
it doesn't look like the PSG league anymore.
It's been a pretty
PSG
rough start.
are currently 3rd bottom in League
Yep.
1.
Get relegated.
0 points.
in terms of the table, it's been rough, and in terms of everything else that's been happening.
They have no players because they all got
Yeah.
COVID.
Well, they had players today, but like the game against Lens, they had no players. They had a guy, Matt might know him, Xavi Simons or Simons.
Fuck that guy, man.
Why?
He was on the bench.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Bro, the guy's a snake.
Why?
Yeah, Kurzawa and Paredes got sent
Absolute
off
snake.
in the 97th minute.
Yeah, it was.
There was then 2 red cards for Marseille in the 97th minute, and then Neymar in the 99th minute pops up with a straight red.
So, Marseille, PSG, they have a historic rivalry that
They do.
They don't like each other. Both
That is
sets of
correct.
fans don't like each other. When PSG lost the Champions League final, Marseille fans celebrated with fireworks.
I mean, at least they made it there. When the fuck is
I mean,
the next
Marseille-
time Marseille is going to be there?
Marseille's won the Champions League, so they
Yeah,
got-
like how long ago? It's like the whole Tottenham situation. It used to be good like 45 years ago.
Tottenham won a couple of FA Cups.
Oh my fuck off, dude.
but,
Audi Cup.
but there's a lot of
What the Audi Cup?
there's a lot of nonsense going on in this match. Mandanda was making saves with his feet, like kicking the ball like that. It was very unorthodox.
That's how I play goalie.
Well,
Don't you
Don't play
dare
goalkeeper
judge
very often.
Steve.
Steve
no, he
Mandanda.
kept them in the game though, so fair enough to him. Marseille should have had a second goal. They ruled a goal offside, even though it looked like it was on. But
VAR.
it is what it is. But then the scrap at the end of the match. Paredes tackles Benedetto. Players are fighting. There's headbutts going on. There's kicking going on, pushing, slapping, stuff like that. So players are getting sent off left, right, center, and then the ref goes checks VAR after he gives 4 red cards, and he sees that Neymar slaps someone in the back of the head, and he gives him a red.
Send him.
I completely agree with Neymar's statement after, though. He said, the only thing I regret is not stomping on him when he was on the floor. Fucking mint.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, yeah, there's reason
I
for
love that energy.
He said the only regret I have is not hitting that a-hole in the face.
Like shit, man.
But because
Sounds something I would say.
Neymar has accused this guy of racism, and that's why he hit him.
Okay.
Don't do racism.
Matt, do you know who Alvaro Gonzalez is?
Why the fuck would I ever know who
Well,
that
he's
is?
the guy that was talking crap to Messi. Then Messi responds saying, "You're bad."
You're bad.
Like, I don't get, how can you talk shit to Messi? I don't. I'm sure you want to try to get inside his head, but Lionel Messi,
You're bad.
he'll make you look bad like 10 times over.
Just going onto the pitch with like Messi. And you just walk up to him and be like, yo.
The worst part is, what the fuck do you say back?
Hey, you short little Argentine bastard.
If Messi calls you bad, you're just like, fuck, I guess.
I know, but fuck you, dude.
Hey, you lost World Cup final. At least I made
You're
a
bad.
No, you.
Well, it's like when Jimmy when Joey Barton played against Zlatan, and he's making fun of his nose. Zlatan goes, "Turn around! I don't know who the hell you are." Like, it was great.
That's the type of energy you need.
Yeah, Alvaro Gonzalez, he responded to this accusation saying there was no place for racism, clean career with many colleagues and friends on a daily basis. Sometimes you have to learn to lose and take it on the field. Incredible 3 points today.
On a separate note, I think the only player I wouldn't talk shit to on the pitch is Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Or Ronaldo.
No,
I would talk shit. I would talk
crazy.
shit to Ronaldo. There's some things I could probably say to Ronaldo to get under his skin. There is absolutely nothing I could say to Zlatan.
Cristiano, you have
Nothing.
0.8% body
Nothing.
fat.
Adama?
You're big.
Adama?
He's got a soft voice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's rather large, but I've talked shit to large
Diego
people before.
Costa.
No, yeah, he would
Yeah,
kill me.
Diego Costa, yeah.
Sergio
Just
Ramos.
like
Arda Turan.
Sergio Ramos.
I would talk shit to Sergio Ramos.
You break your shoulder.
I might lose a leg, but I'll definitely get him a red.
Jerpy.
You wouldn't though, because he seems to just have a way with the officials, and he just.
What do you mean? The guy gets like 7
He
reds a
does,
year.
but he should get 50. Like
It's like Casemiro. He should get so many reds.
he gets away with a lot. Like,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, so congratulations to Marseille. Yeah, Liga.
Congratulations, Marseille. You will yet again not win the league. Good job.
I mean, yeah, they're not even third place.
Yeah, they fucking suck. Oh, they're talking shit for. Oh, good job. You guys lost the Champions League final. Try finishing above third.
I mean, they did
Congratulations.
last year.
You
They
did
finished
not
second
lose.
or third?
Second or third, I don't remember.
You did not lose. Congratulations, because you didn't play. You're not gonna lose anyways, though. You were playing Elche. Yeah.
Don't put it past us, mate.
Yeah, La Liga's back too.
La Liga is back, and not much happened.
And then next week, Serie
Currently,
A's back.
Valencia are top of the table.
Serie
This
A.
club that we all
That's
thought
going
was
to
gonna be
last.
shambles.
That's going to last exactly 1 week.
Yeah, probably because Granada are second. So yeah,
But yeah, Serie A is back next week. I'm looking forward to that.
It's gonna be very exciting.
that's all the football really.
When's the Bundesliga starting?
Well, there's currently DFB Pokal.
Mm-hmm.
Bayer Leverkusen won 7-0.
Tahith Trong scored for Werder Bremen.
That's true. Then I immediately heard something like United considering recalling Tahith Chong. He scored.
He scored a goal. Yeah, we need you.
Apparently,
But Bundesliga is back.
no, not yet. I was asking when it's back.
Boss, who bought you those pants?
I did.
Return them.
I didn't. I thought they looked cool at first.
But Rashika apparently might be going to Aston Villa.
Yes, they're interested in the Kosova
That's such
forward.
a shit side, dude. Rashika, if he knows what's good for him, will not do that to himself.
She's a good player. I like him.
But
I think
he
he's
won't.
exciting.
But also Bertrand Traore too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one gives a shit about him.
I mean, except when he plays City.
Except when he played. The fuck did you do to City?
He always scores against them.
Yeah, he always does.
Aston Villa confirmed 3 points versus City this year. If Bertrand Traore plays.
Bundesliga
Fulham were
is
trying to sign
also
him.
back next week. Bayern take
That
on
won't help
Schalke. Rest in peace, Schalke.
Yeah, they're fucked.
But yes,
Eintracht Frankfurt take on promoted side
that-
Armenia.
is that next week?
Yeah, on the 19th, 18th.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to that.
Stuttgart is back, yeah?
Yeah.
Stuttgart. Don't do that again. Dortmund take on Gladbach on Saturday. That's going to be good.
Yes. So we'll look forward to the football that's coming
Yeah.
up during the week and next weekend as well. But let's move on to questions, unless it was something else to
Two
talk
things
about.
we should probably talk about. Number one, the FIFA ratings. I made a video on this,
Just check out the video.
but I'd like to get your opinions on this stuff. Do you guys see them? What do you think?
For shit.
Yeah, they're bad. But
They're
what
bad.
are you gonna do about it?
It's true. I was just wanting your opinions on like some ratings, but okay.
I think the consensus on every single video from every single FIFA creator who's ever been on YouTube in entirety is that they're shit. So,
Okay.
is there anything else we need to say about it?
That was
Yeah.
good insight.
What rating do you think Edouard should be?
What is he? He's not. He hasn't been.
No, but what do you think rating he should be?
Like 79, maybe.
I was gonna say 79. Yeah.
It's pretty fair. He'll be like 77.
Good strength
79.
though. Probably good strength, good pace. What's your next?
Any transfer rumors?
We should
discuss?
discuss a couple already.
Jadon Sancho. Apparently, there's
Not
some
happening.
Didn't we
Not
just
happening.
Well,
Supposedly
I mean,
Arsenal
apparently
made
it
a,
might not happen. Maybe there's a
supposedly
breakthrough.
Arsenal made a bid for Hudson Edward. Actually,
Okay.
22.5 million. Say no, Celtic. We need him.
Yeah, you do need him. If you don't have
Shane
him,
Duffy. He's done well so far. We
You-
signed him on loan. He's played. He scored a goal. He did good things.
Scottish League.
We won 5-0.
Hey man, the Scottish League's a tough league
Very.
For who?
for the people who play in the Scottish League.
For, Hamilton
For
to
anyone
have
who
a goal.
isn't on Celtic. That's who's
Everyone
the
other than
Trust
Celtic
me,
and
it gets
Rangers.
tough for us too at some points.
okay, so you want to move on to questions, was?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Let's
go.
Okay, we're starting off. Prime Dortmund or Prime Bayern Munich?
It's clearly Bayern Munich.
But what is prime Bayern Munich?
Is it this one
The
or
entirety of
2013?
Bayern Munich,
club.
Bayern Munich can be just a roll for a while.
I mean, 2011 Dortmund was pretty good, but
Whenever Jupinkis walked into that building, Prime started.
That's actually true, yeah.
like when Robin and Ribéry were there.
When, yeah,
Back-to-back
Jupinkis
finals.
to Jupinkis, and then Jupinkis again.
Yeah, so I mean, Bayern every day.
The Bayern just there's a
Prime Bayern.
let me break it down for you real quick and easy. Dortmund players left for Bayern at the peak of their careers, not the other way around.
Well,
your
that's
shit.
because Bayern have more resources. and more-
they're better.
Yeah, but Dortmund were the team.
It's because they're better.
I'm just saying the team that won the Bundesliga 2 years in a row is a very good team. We
course
can't
it was,
disrespect
yeah, I mean-
that team.
I think Shinji Kagawa was very underrated during that time.
They also have cool Oktoberfest celebrations.
I would love to go to Oktoberfest.
I gotta be honest, so would
In like 3 years, can we all go?
beer.
How much fun,
bratwurst.
dude?
But yeah, I'd like to go Oktoberfest one day.
Okay, next question.
Best defense ever. So I mean,
Well, my shout. I don't before
Go
Matt
ahead.
says-
Dani Alves, Puyol. Can I get like a 0.5 for PK? And Jordi Alba.
What about Chelsea's in 2005?
They conceded the least, right?
At least in Premier League history, I think it was
Ashley
Ashley
Cole,
Cole, it was
John Terry.
Carvalho,
Yeah.
and who was the right back?
Fuck if I know.
I'll double check.
Ashley Cole's an interesting guy.
Some
I read,
Portuguese dude, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I read a thing about Ashley Cole about how
Ferreira.
he
Paulo
I
Ferreira.
think so.
he had such a good record against Messi and Ronaldo when he played against them.
I mean,
I mean, he was one of the best left backs in the world for a while.
Ferdinand
I'm-
and Vidic need to get a shout.
yeah.
Yeah.
Germany 2014 was pretty good.
Yeah. You have to look for
Hummels,
Italians.
Boateng, Lam.
Just
Yeah.
all of Italy ever. Is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Actually, I
very
probably shouldn't
I
say
mean,
the Barcelona
Italy's-
one, assuming Daniels didn't actually play defense.
No, exactly.
I might have to go with maybe 2010 Spain. Was Sergio Ramos pretty?
Yeah, Sergio Ramos.
Sergio
Puyol.
Ramos, Piqué, Puyol.
Yeah. What about
Capdevia.
Maldini has to be in there with someone.
Any
Nesta?
AC no,
Yeah,
okay.
AC
Question,
Milan, yeah.
AC Milan when they had Maldini and Nesta. That's
I mean,
fucking ridiculous.
Juventus have had their fair share of
That's
great center
really
backs.
ridiculous.
what about 2014 Atletico Madrid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
they
more
were
of a
very good
system
defensively.
instead of a back
So they
line.
were still
That was more of
incredible
a team
defensively.
defense,
Yeah.
though. In terms of like defensive line,
straight line.
like Atletico just got 18 people behind the ball somehow, including
Hey, don't disrespect my man Godin.
no Diego Godin's
Yeah,
brilliant.
but like Maldini and Nesta.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Franz
Chiellini.
Beckenbauer.
Baresi in the past.
Franz
Yeah.
Beckenbauer. He was the defense.
great defense, great defender.
Any suggestions, Greg? Any Fulham teams that you like?
Also, Brazil has some
No.
good defense as well, like 90s and 70s. And
Yeah, Julio Cesar, Lucio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably Inter in like the 60s because
Sorry, but
they
not
were known
Marcelo,
for
because I also don't consider Marcelo
Yeah, they
to
have
be a
Fach-
left
Well,
back.
well,
Inter
Real-
were known.
Left winger,
Inter
that's
were known
fine.
for Catenaccio.
Well, but Real
They had
Madrid.
Facchetti. Who else was in that lineup? Facchetti was the left back.
Some Dons.
Some dons,
I didn't
Some
expect-
absolute dons.
some boyos,
Some fucking strapped lads, bro.
absolute
Okay.
units.
Next question. Thank you for that, Lucas. Okay, 1 minute from now.
Yeah,
Let him search the shot.
yeah, Facetti's there. Landini, Pichi, Guaranieri, Della Giovanna.
I love Lucas
Bergnic.
speaking foreign languages.
Fucking
It's
dogs.
so good.
They were.
Do you think the group stage curse will happen to France?
No.
I know that team is too good. There's not any
Ah.
players really aging either. I think they'll be all fresh. I mean, 2010 France,
Okay.
that was
Give
weird,
me
but
time out there. You say none of the French people are aging. Is that what
none
you
of their
said?
players are like very like in their
Okay.
You know
later
what they
ages.
say, black don't crack.
Jesus
And Giroud is still beautiful, so who knows?
Only thing is,
Just cutting through the air.
the only thing is like maybe the cycle might need to change with a new manager after after the Euros with Deschamps.
I feel like Deschamps might be the issue. if
Bring
anything.
back Laurent Blanc.
Sure.
Because
No.
Bring in Zidane.
it could, you never know. Because we kept saying this with many of the teams in the past,
Yeah.
and it happened.
Well, I mean, if you look at Germany in 2018, they had players that were at the pinnacle of their
Of
career.
course.
They're ready to go.
It could happen with
Same with Spain 2014.
It could happen with France though. Maybe
Yeah,
Deschamps trusts too much on the
maybe.
old guard who are maybe getting past.
But
it.
I
But how
think
many of them are getting past it? Lloris?
Pogba.
Pogba maybe. He's like
kidding.
still 29, 28.
He's young.
I mean,
pretty
like if
Yeah.
if he calls up Matuidi and he starts, then you know.
Plus,
I'm pretty
Oh, you retired?
Yeah.
Kylian.
If he's still trusting Giroud though.
He's got Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe's
You can't lose with Mbappe.
Martial.
getting pretty old.
Who's
Yeah,
on
word,
Dembele?
dude. That guy's
Griezmann when
almost
he wants to show
21.
up.
Dembele?
getting pretty up there.
Actually, Griezmann does play well for the national
Look,
team.
I'm just saying on paper it shouldn't happen, but you
Yeah,
never know.
yeah.
Let's be honest, you have a guy named Upamecano coming through who's nuts.
And Rafael Varane. So
Yeah,
it's-
Upamecano and Varane.
The team is stacked.
They have like 3 other decent goalkeepers.
But-
Lucas Hernandez at left back.
Who you didn't know who that was a few
I think
months
Teo's
ago.
better.
They have just a.
They have such a good
Could you
team.
imagine? Okay,
Such a good team.
There's going to be a point in time in history.
Camavinga.
Listen. There's a point in time in history where there's going to be like a committee where they have to get together and say, okay, who are we bringing with us to this tournament? I would be there for days. Going,
think-
how can you leave this guy at home? I was gonna say more like they should just allow them to take like 70 players because that's how many people they could take with them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not even on the reserves. You're like at,
At the
home right
hotel.
now, but you're in the squad.
They've been leaving Lacazette and Benzema at home.
They can afford to though.
Fucking Benzema. You know,
Giroud is somehow better.
the guy who pretty much helped Sergio Ramos win the league.
This is kind of related to France. It's kind of a question, kind of isn't, but Mbappe is overrated. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
You are
We're
dumb.
So this is how this is gonna go, guys. I have the conch. We're skipping that question because that's a stupid question.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
This man is generational talent, like generational.
That's a dumb
He's
question.
the youngest player to ever score in a World Cup final. Like, I don't know what you see as overrated because he plays in Ligue 1. I mean, he's going to go to La Liga and probably do the same thing. He's killed in the Champions League with Monaco and PSG. So, it's I don't know,
wasting-
man.
wasting
Save your
your
100
energy.
million on Sancho. Save that and go sign Mbappe.
If only, right?
Apparently, he said he's gonna. Well,
Yeah, there's rumors
That'd
that he will
that
leave.
would be
He's
a
gonna
team
leave.
that could market the hell out of him.
no, he's definitely going to Real Madrid.
He's going to Real Madrid.
100%.
Boy, him at Old Trafford. Oh.
Unless you know
We
he
need,
wants
we
to
might
link up with
need,
his
you know,
boys.
money to renovate Old Trafford.
I think if
Sell a couple
Mbappe was
Mbappe
smart,
jerseys.
if Mbappe was smart, he would come join his French boys at Barcelona. You know,
I don't think you can really
At
afford him.
Arsenal.
we can't, but it's in here.
Real Madrid, I think that's where he'll go. And
Front three of Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Mbappe.
he'll win the treble with
fucked.
Real Madrid.
Maybe comment some players who you think are overrated. Maybe we can discuss one next week.
And you say
Yeah.
Andy Carroll,
For you guys, prime Lewandowski or prime Suarez?
Prime Suarez.
Suarez.
Now I know I'm the biggest
Sorry.
Lewandowski, fanboy there is, but I'll be honest, prime Suarez
That
is
guy was
different.
built different.
man
Man.
just hurt
He
Norwich
killed the
City.
Premier League
He
before
hurt
leaving
Norwich.
for
He
Barcelona.
hurt Norwich.
That volley was different sauce.
That man scored so many
He's
goals.
been at Barcelona
I'm
for
sorry.
what? How many years has he been in Barcelona for?
6.
And he's our third top goal scorer
It's-
ever.
it's incredible.
And he's still good enough to go play for Juventus.
ever.
Well,
Is
there's,
that- where is that deal?
I don't know.
I don't know. Apparently
Supposed to
he's
2
still
years.
training, but apparently he has to pass a language test or something.
Yeah,
Gets-
through Italy, through the passport.
Yeah.
But
Buongiorno.
apparently he was linked to Spurs as well.
Yeah, I saw someone say that Suarez would be the perfect backup striker for Harry Kane. I was like, I'm sorry, timeout.
Look, if he's come back to the
He's
Prem,
not a backup striker.
he comes to the Prem,
Suarez.
if he comes to the Prem, he's going back to Liverpool.
No.
Like this
Who's
is
not?
he isn't the same as he was though.
No, definitely not. He's
Could you
slowed down a lot.
imagine? Could you imagine a prime Luis Suarez in between Sadio Mane and
Oh
Salah?
God!
I think it's fair
Please
to
don't
say-
even talk about that because I'd
I
cry.
think Suarez he was more deadly in his prime compared to Lewandowski. But
Lewandowski's a great.
he's
goal
been more
scorer.
consistent throughout his career. He hasn't really had a bad season.
The man scored
Who?
5 goals.
Robert
in 9
Lewandowski.
minutes.
Has Suarez ever had a bad season?
I mean, was last season how well was
The
he
only
last
times he's really had a bad season if he
That's
gets
true.
injured,
That's true. Well, Robert
and then he comes back.
Robert
and
Lewandowski's
scores
always
goals.
dominated
Yeah.
like
Scored
the
5 goals in 9
Bundesliga.
minutes.
So yeah, I mean he's been like aging like a fine wine. I think
He's on-
It's
9 goals in 5 goals in 9 minutes.
That's
9
was-
goals in 5 minutes.
That'd be sick. Okay.
Well, it's definitely Suarez, but no one's gonna deny how
Yeah.
good Lewandowski is.
Yeah.
Lewandowski for Ballon
that's
d'Or.
like comparing Lamborghini to what's another fast car? Liam?
Ferrari.
Yes.
Bugatti.
It's like comparing Lamborghini to what's another fast car?
I don't know.
As you can
McLaren.
tell, Lucas is not into his
Shit,
car
man,
scene.
those Ford Focuses are pretty quick.
The Fiats, man. The Fiats.
The Honda.
Okay. What's your next question?
Can you talk about Bale possibly going to Spurs?
Who cares?
Haven't really seen any links. I would like to because get Bale out of Real Madrid.
They can't afford him.
Hashtag justice for Bale.
They can't afford
Bale,
him.
Bale back to the Prem would be interesting.
Bust,
Bail back to the Prem needs to
bust
happen.
Bale out of Madrid.
Unless Bale decides to, not get paid as much, which he
not
won't,
golf.
he's not going
Yeah,
nowhere.
apparently Real Madrid reportedly were willing to pay him half of his wage of his contract.
Yeah.
But that's probably still not enough for him because that's still.
I like how we're not going to
Selfish.
play him, but we will torture him.
Well, it's
feel like
both
it's the other way
ways,
around
though.
at this
it's
point.
It's both ways. Madrid don't want to play him because, let's be frank, he hasn't been great the past season. He's been good, not great. And Bale doesn't want to leave because he's making a shit ton of cash.
I think he does. He wants to leave. He wants to go play football.
No, he
just
doesn't.
No. Did you watch the interview with Wales? He wants to.
If he wanted to leave, he would have
be
left.
gone. Exactly. There's plenty of clubs who would
It's not as
go
easy as
get
that.
He would have
their
left. He
Bale.
would have taken the pay cut, and he would have fucked off.
But
Exactly.
he hasn't had any offers apparently, or they're not.
I guarantee
they're not
you,
willing to
Bale-
sell him.
Bale said, "Yeah, I'll get a pay cut." Some team,
Yeah, I know.
any team would offer.
He
him.
went,
No, I think
listen, Mr. Daniel Levy, give me $100,000 a week and I'll come play for your
No, he's willing to take a
Spurs
pay
club.
cut.
They would take.
He would take him. They would take him.
He's
Everyone's
not
doing it.
Bale doesn't want to
But-
leave.
Real Madrid are gonna have to pay a lot for him to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bale doesn't want to leave. That's the reality of the situation. If he wanted to leave, he'd be gone.
I hope he does.
Plus, it's much nicer golfing in the sunshine of Madrid.
How do you think Everton will do with such great midfield signings? I'm Colombian, so I'm hyped to see how James adapts to the Premier
What's
League.
his name? What's his first name?
Yeah, it's Chris.
Hola, Chris. ¿Cómo
Apparently,
estás? Bueno.
I saw a picture somewhere in Colombia. Their Coca-Cola cans are now blue.
Yes.
Let's be honest. James
Off the
Rodriguez.
toffees.
James Rodriguez is just a Colombian icon. So I mean, fair enough for them for
Yeah.
marketing him.
But I think it'll be fantastic. I think Everton will do well. Hopefully they finish higher than 9th than I
It's the right.
predicted.
It's the
but
right players under
Yeah.
the right manager.
You never know. Like Europa League definitely can happen for them.
Ancelotti is
Honestly,
changing the mentality of that club. Doucouré was fantastic in the
Doucouré
opener,
was
in my
good.
opinion. Allen was great. So
Yeah.
Doucouré, I think he put in a challenge on, I can't remember who, but it looked like it could have been like a red card, straight red, but it was just a clean, strong tackle. I'm like, that's shades of Vidic.
Coleman was fantastic. Honestly, he had a great game.
Small shades.
Small shades of Vidic. Yeah.
The teeniest shades.
Yeah. And I think I'll answer one more question
Well,
I saved here.
I think defense. Will they be able to stay consistent throughout the whole
a good
season?
Yeah,
question.
the
Is
defense.
Michael
I mean,
Keane and Mina the guys? I don't know.
it's a good thing you have that Colombian connection.
I forgot
between
all
James
about
and
Yeri Mina.
I remember Yari Mina was supposed to be like the best in the world.
Remember when Yeri Mina was on our team?
Yeah.
Imagine not being
Yeah.
good enough to play center back for Barcelona.
I mean,
What the fuck?
At that time, there were some decent players there. At that time, Umtiti had knees. At that time,
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah, you did.
he did. At that time,
Barely.
he still had some though.
I mean,
PK
yeah, he had a little bit.
It was
PK
before
got
the-
out of bed in the
It was
morning.
before
Yeah,
the
little
2018
college.
World Cup, so
Cartilage was still, questionable.
All right, last question from Tony
Questionable.
Flores. Do you think that Royce should have left when he had the chance?
No.
Where would he have gone?
Bayern.
Liverpool maybe.
Bayern.
I mean,
I don't think all he's doing is Bayern or
United.
there's obviously Premier League clubs always interested
Yeah,
in him.
United were always circled around him, but
I mean,
I feel like United and Dortmund just don't have a good relationship
I
anymore.
think he did
after
the right
Cock.
thing by not leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's born in Dortmund, so that's his hometown club, and he's pretty much an icon there.
Yeah.
It was if he didn't get the injuries in his career, he'd probably be
One of the best. Not the best, but
Oh no, when
He'd be in the elite
when he was
bracket.
when he was in form, amazing
like
player.
even the season where Dortmund almost won the league. I think it wasn't this past season, but the season before, he was ridiculous. Just
Yeah.
double figures in both goals and assists, I believe.
so bad
and he was
for
still
him.
injured throughout the season.
Not just for the injuries, but he always sees like good players leaving the club and he's just chilling there. I'm like, no, we could create something special, but y'all just ditch me.
I think he did the right thing by staying.
100%. I think he's been like him and Messi have been the most loyal players in football recently.
I mean, it's easy.
I mean,
it's
Messi
easy
almost left. I know.
It's
but-
easy to be loyal when you're winning, though.
Yeah, but they don't win
Yes.
trophies. I mean, Dortmund. So
I mean,
I'm
I'm
just-
talking about Messi, though.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of other players have left too. Neymar. I would go create my own legacy in France.
what was that answer?
He's got a strange French
Is he
accent.
trying to make a Brazilian accent?
I don't know.
There and it just.
So no more questions?
Well, let's just check YouTube quickly.
I will.
What the fuck?
I've been trying to creep my own
You know what
legacy
it
in
sounded like?
France.
You know what it sounded like? He was like, I'll give my own life for Pakistan. That's what it sounded like.
I found one question
Yeah.
on from Aura Hyperion, good man. Been following this for a while. Should Dean Henderson start in front of De Gea?
No.
Not for a little bit. Let's see how it goes.
No.
See if De Gea has some bad matches, and then
The first blunder, you yank that kid. You say, Dean, get the fuck in there.
and if Dean does good, you keep him in. But it's good to have like a
Competition.
honestly 1A,
Competition
1A,
never
1B.
hurts. What happens to Sergio Romero? Where does he go?
Is he even still there?
I think so.
Chelsea youth or Man U youth from Ben?
Current or all time?
Just currently. I think Chelsea's
Chelsea.
youth has been a little bit more exciting.
You know what I would like us to do for a video one day? The best Chelsea 11 that they sold.
That'd be actually
There's
a
some
good idea.
damn good Chelsea
I mean,
players.
there's
We
probably
just let
articles
go.
on the internet with that.
Well, we can create our own, Lucas.
Yes, Lucas, we are our own article producing fucking content station.
Thank you.
Fuck off.
That made absolutely no
Yeah.
fucking sense.
Anger in his
Yeah.
voice.
But yes, I agree. Chelsea. I think Arsenal's is better than Manchester United.
Hey guys, look. Liam's face is just about as red as his hair is right now.
Yo, shout out to the lad Thiago Ramos. You know, I just want to say how I thought Matt was just so mean to you guys, but I feel like him and I have a lot in common. We are really good at soccer, both really good looking, great with the ladies, and super toxic to people.
I think you might have a problem with Thiago.
You got a bro, Thiago, man.
Sound incredibly narcissistic. Which I mean, fair enough.
I laughed so hard at this comment, honestly.
This is the thing.
It's great.
I know this is the end of the podcast, so if you are watching, we greatly appreciate it. But we do read all your comments.
Me and
You know,
Thiago
we,
are kindred
we go
spirits.
through all of YouTube. We go through all TikTok and
There's a lot.
Instagram and everything. There is a lot, but we go through them all. I know I read
And
every
then,
single
and then
one.
Liam's like, why do we have so many messages on? Like, here's my fantasy Premier League team.
Yeah, we had like almost 200 of like different fantasy Premier League
I
teams
only
sent
reviewed,
in.
like 9.
And like, yeah, he reviewed fuck all. I looked at every single person's team, and I replied to every single goddamn person. His challenge does 9.
Yeah, someone asking, is the fantasy series coming back on TikTok?
No.
I can bring it back, yeah.
No, because his man just giving
Actually,
up on
let's
life.
fantasy Premier League. Let's talk about it real quick with
Bro, I
Dan.
fucking love this Thiago kid's energy.
He's in my Twitch chat a lot.
Like, what the fuck?
Twitch.tv/itswoz.
So on in the fantasy Premier League, shout out to Harry Lehman for being first in our fantasy Premier League so far, 97 points.
There, we'll saw as captain.
I love his team name, Uncle Ben's Rice.
There you go. Did he have Mohamed Salah as captain?
He did. He got 40 points.
Yep.
I was a dumbass in fantasy, and I thought I changed my captain, but my captain for it was Mitrovic. I thought I changed it to like Aubameyang, and I'm like, what is wrong?
He played like 25
There's some
minutes.
fantastic names in here. You've got Callum Keenan II with the team name Goat. In third, we
Real
have
creative, Callum.
Harvey. In third,
job.
with Giroud Sandstorm.
That's good.
Also-
that's a good name.
In sixth, we have Nigeria.
Just the country Nigeria's got a
Was,
team.
can you name out the top 5?
In fourth, we have the Golden Boys from Billy. Fifth, Limbo Guy 11. That's Rookie's team. And yeah, congratulations, guys. I'm in 200th and first or something. So yeah.
I'm in 32nd.
Oh,
I didn't make a team.
Neither did I.
these names are crazy.
Can I still make a team? Or is it too
not.
late?
No, you can. You
You can make a team, but you're in a disadvantage.
But you can still, you could do well still.
I'm not choosing anyone from the recently promoted team. Actually, maybe I'll choose a
Some of these names
player.
are great. Like this guy's name is. In 11th, we have Nicolas' team. His team name is Call Me Daddy.
Call Me Daddy podcast. We're wrapping this up.
Yeah, man, I'd go take a dump.
Okay. If you've made it this far, we greatly appreciate it. I don't know why you're still here,
The
but
last
thank
like
you.
15 minutes have been a shit show.
Greg hasn't said anything. Wrote 20 minutes.
Yes.
Why?
Greg is mad.
If you are new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe,
I'm sad.
hit like on this video, comment down below, get involved with today's conversations. Check us out on Spotify, on Instagram, on TikTok, on everything. Links are in the description. But for myself, Liam, Waz, Greg, Lucas, and Maddie, this has been yet another week in the beautiful game. We will see you next time.